Hi guys, this is my Jeep Cherokee fast lane. Picked it up in a charity shop many years ago, and it's been quite a faithful workhorse. It's got hard plastic tyres, or fairly hard. They used to have little knobbly bits on them, but they've got no grip. It's only rear-wheel drive, so it's not a 4x4 off-roader by any means. But I use it for towing things, put camera on it, that sort of thing. Got a camera bracket inside there at the moment. Took the windows out so we could put a camera inside. Got lights on it that are just Poundland headlights. That's in put on your head. It's a bit sorry, but it does work. It's full hobby grade in there. That's in hobby grade receiver, a big ESC. I run it on a 3S. I put a proper servo on the front for the steering. Oh, there's the 3S. That's a one made out of big vape batteries. Anyway, last time out, I was driving it between some rocks. It's not a rock crawler, as I say. And there was a bit of a crack noise. And we've only got one wheel drive now. That one goes through to the motor, and that one's doing nothing. So we'll have a little look, see if it's something we can repair. I don't expect for 1 minute we'll actually do the repair in this video, but we'll have a look, see whether we can at least get inside and have a look at the gearbox and that. That doesn't want to come off. There we go. Well, that's not supposed to be loose like that anyway. Although, yeah, that's probably because I've just taken the wheel off. Obviously, I've got a playlist for this car. I've got lots of videos that it features in. quite a lot of these screws are quite loose. It's not been maintained very well by me. Okay. Ought to come free. There we go. Okay. Probably ought to wipe all the dust off it. We'll stop filming for a minute. I'll give it a bit of a clean. Looks like we've got to undo some of these to get it out. There we are. Didn't intend it to fall on the floor like that, but all right, at least now we can see what we're working on. Let's move the camera again. That's a bit better. Time for a magnet to hold the screws, I think. It's the original motor. I've never upgraded it or anything. And it moves along at a good rate. I mean, it's no racing car, but it goes along pretty well. Different screwdriver to get in there. Okay, that one was a smaller one. Oh no, they're all the same size. That's good. Right, will it come apart without me doing anything else? Well, there's something rattling around in there anyway. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's fairly major, that is. Right, that's why we've only got drive on one side. That was quite major, wasn't it? I've never seen one split right across the middle like that. Right, okay. We could try and 3D print something. We could put a metal cap around there to hold it together. If there's enough clearance for something like that. So if that was clamped together, that square section goes on there. It's got a little notch out of it. Right, okay, well, that's as far as I'm going to go tonight. I just wanted to have a look at it and decide whether it's fixable. I expect if I 3D print that out of PLA, it'll have no strength at all. Just thinking on me feet now. I could wrap wire around there, lots of fine wire, and cover it with 2-part epoxy. That would probably work and hold it together. I'll have a think. So 3D printing PLA can be done, but it just won't have the strength. We'll think. Just out of interest, I'm not sure why, but my camera's just switched itself on. I think it's something to do with the wireless microphone, because it happens when I use the wireless microphone. So I just thought I'd talk, because I've just noticed it switched itself back on again. I'll just leave that on the end of the video for reference. Just discovered my microphone wasn't recording. Battery had run out on it. So we'll just go through the gearbox again. On this side, we've got that gear, which is split. I don't know if we can see the split there. Yeah, that's split, but that one's still in one piece. Whereas the other one has catastrophically failed. But this is where it gets a little bit interesting. drive motor drives this gear, then this extending bit there drives this gear, and then that gear has got, let's just take it off a second, 2 different sized gears on either side of it. The one that's in use is a slightly smaller one driving that gear. So that would be driving that gear. The other one hasn't been used, and it would be used to drive this gear. Because this gear's got less teeth on it than that one, so it would make it go faster. So more teeth there, less teeth there. That means the car would go faster if that gear was in use. But the way it's arranged, if we just rest that back on there again, there's a little brass bush there. That sits on there. And if we look at that, that gear doesn't touch that gear. It's pushed, this is pushed up this way a bit, so it engages that gear. So it's in low gear, giving it more power, but slower speed. If we took that brass bush out and put that on there now that one engages this gear, so it would make it faster. It'd have less power, less torque, but it would go faster for the same RPM on the motor. And if I hadn't taken that apart, I wouldn't have known about that. Just trying to hold that. Oh, that's going to fall apart now. But yeah, that spacer there makes the difference on whether that gear engages the big one or a small one. And as I say, at the moment it's set up. So even though this is the one that's broken, it's not the one that was actually being used to drive the car. Where it's split is where the square shaft fingers are all slippery because they've got grease on them. Right, that square shaft engages, and where that's twisted hard enough, it's actually split it. And that's why we've got no power going to that side. And looking at this, I could wrap wire around there and put some 2-part epoxy on it to hold it together. And I've no doubt that would carry on working for plenty of time. Or I could 3D print one. If I 3D print it, PLA, it's going to have no strength, and PLA is what I use. Obviously, there are other filaments that would have more strength. So there's potential. But as I say, this one's split as well. Can we see that? I can nearly get my fingernail in it. So that one's going to go as well. That's probably the problem with running it on a more powerful battery. We're putting more power into it. The motor's surviving, but the gears have died. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment so I know how I'm doing. And somewhere up here there'll be some links to related playlists. Thanks again.